your time to shine with Jafora Fox. It's all coming together. Just keep your eyes on God and tune in and let's talk with Jafora Fox. Hey, Jafora Fox. Jafora Fox.
Hello, hello, hello. God bless you all. And thank you so much for joining the Jafora Fox Show. I am your host, Jafora Fox, and I am so excited about tonight. I have two amazing guests that will be coming before you tonight. So, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. We're going to turn it up. I know y'all probably like, before you talking about turn it up, but we're going to turn it up.
Yes.
Hello, hello, hello. Let me know that you are here. Say hello. Say hello, please. First, go and share this Facebook Live. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to all of my YouTube subscribers, my YouTube watchers as well. Say hello, and thank you so much for joining, and God bless you all. So we want to make sure that you like, share, and tag others in this Facebook Live. So we're going to get this party started. Yes, I'm probably on something else. This is the Jesus part. But I am so excited, and to God be the glory for all the things that He has done, doing, and going to do in my life. So again, God bless you. God bless you. And thank you so much for joining. Let me know that you're here. I'm going to get started, and I'm going to start out with first. Right now, I'm just going to introduce you all to my guests, and they're going to come back before you later. But my first guest is Jada Moore. She is CEO and owner of Jada Services, Inc. And then I have my next guest, Flame Newton. Flame Newton. Flame is CEO and owner of the School of Credit Access. Access the money, the real ATM, and so money. So we are looking forward to an amazing time on tonight with sharing some information. I'll be giving out some business strategies, and then they will come, my guests, and they will talk about their business and what they're doing and how they got started and what all of that looks like. So again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of the Jafora Fox Show. And again, if you would please like, share, and tag others in this Facebook Live. And hello to all of my YouTube subscribers as well. If you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go to YouTube, the Jafora Fox Show. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell. So let me know. And then you'll be notified when the Jafora Fox Show is coming on, which is every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time through Facebook Live and YouTube. And I'm going to have some big information later, another time that I will be announcing about that. So God bless you. God bless you. So make sure that you share, like, and love it, and tag this Facebook Live, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then ring that bell. So say hello, and let me know that you're here. So God bless you all. God bless you. I'm going to get started and giving out some business strategy tips. Because I said before in the last show that we'll talk about how you build that paydex score with that business credit, but you have to have a foundation. You want to start this out first without you being a personal guarantee of what that is. And you'll hear that being referred to as a PG. And so we're going to get started just with some information to provide to you. And here, build your paydex score. Many times business owners find it easy to run the business as an extension of themselves. They operate as a sole proprietor using their own address and phone number as contact information. There seems to be no reason for a separate bank account, and an SSN, which is your social security number, works just fine when asked for. So that doesn't work when trying to build your paydex score, your business credit, your business. You should always separate yourself. So to build a paydex score, However, this will not work. Your business needs to be separated from yourself as the owner. It needs to appear to lenders to have fundability on its merits, not yours. And so here with this foundation of the Paydex score, your contact information is an identifying factor. And if you apply for credit with your personal address and phone number, that application is going to pick up your personal credit report information. So your business needs its own phone number, address, and if you if you don't have an actual location or separate phone line, you can still accomplish this. There are several options for phone numbers that will ring to your current line, and virtual offices offer a physical mailing address along with many other services. So again, I just wanted to give you a few tips right now about just your building your Paydex score and looking at that. And then I'll come back to you with some other information, but that's just the foundation. You want to make sure that you do set that up. And so when you're doing your business, setting up your business in the beginning, if you haven't done this, you can always go back. So don't feel like, oh no, I didn't do this at the beginning. When I started my business, you can always go back and build your business credit, but it's definitely something that you always want to do. And so I'm gonna just say hello, hello. Hi, Sharice, God bless you. Thank you so much for joining the Jafora Fox show. And I wanted to say hello to each and every one of you all again. Please make sure that you share, tag, like, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then say hello. Say hello to us. Let us know that you're actually here. I know you're watching, but just say hello. And thank you so much for watching. And so now I'm gonna bring up my first guest, Miss Jada, Jada Moore. She is personal development coach at Jada Services Inc. And she's going to talk about all of the wonderful things that she is doing, and so excited about what this looks like. And with Jada, I tell you, she is just super talented. There's so many things she have going on. Jada is a personal development coach, helping women heal, become whole, and be ready for their happily after. Jada is also the creator of the clothing line, Billionaire in Progress. Check out the shirt, Billionaire in Progress. Jada is also the author of Brokenness That Made Me Whole. Look at that. Bam, Jada. Look. Ah! So yes, I have my copy of Jada's book. So, and we're going to have some things to go on too as well once Jada finishes talking about her business, where I will be offering 2 books for someone to have Jada's book that I'll be purchasing for you as the guest. But what you have to do for that, you have to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And when you subscribe, I'll get back with you, let you know how we'll go about picking the 2 winners for those books. So God bless you all. And again, thank you so very much for joining. We're going to say hello to some of our guests. Jada, before you get started, so what if you're using your house for your business? That's a very good question. You know, your house, that is your actual business. So you would have to then, you can still get a virtual office, because I would say separate the 2, which you can use a virtual office, but your mailing address can, if you want your things to come to your house. But when you're applying for the business credit, actually use that virtual office, because we want to keep things separated. And a virtual office, it really doesn't cost that much, because you wanted to just get the address. And so, Sister Kahinde, if you want more information about that, feel free to reach out to me. You can get a free consultation. You know, I'll be glad to help you, help you with the steps of what that looks like. But my recommendation in setting the foundation for business credit is to utilize that virtual office. And so I'm going to bring up, let's see, we have some guests here. Congratulations. Thank you so much. UPS in the house. Yes, thank you, Mr. Clark. God bless you. And thank you so much, Queen. Hi. Love you. This person, Jada's grandmother. Thank you so much, Queen Mary Jenkins. God bless you. And so now I'm going to bring up you, Jada. And so if you would just tell us about your business, the Jada Services Inc., You can also highlight some of your other businesses, some of the other things that you do, and then that billionaire in process, the clothing line that you have.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Jafora, for having me. I'm so excited. You know that I am inspired by you, who you are as a person, your character, your love, your support. So thank you. As Jafora mentioned, I am Jada Charisse, and I am the CEO of Jada Services, Inc., where I focus on healing and wholeness. My journey started back in 2016 when I started writing. I started telling my story of brokenness. And for a while, I just thought that brokenness was some bad thing. You know, like I was just in this place. I had been praying to get out of this toxic relationship. And once I kept my eyes on God and prayed my way out, I finally left that relationship. And then I started telling other women how I did it and why it's important. You know, healthy relationships, they matter, you know, and they are important. So I then started my blog, which is more to the story of the blog. You can find that at my website, jadacharisse.com. And then I created and wrote Brokenness That Made Me Whole, which is my first poetry book. It's poetry meets storytelling. And in this book, I take my readers through 3 different journeys that I went through, which was losing myself, finding myself, and choosing to love again. And after this book, so many women was just like, girl, we need to talk. So they felt like I was telling their story. They could relate to it, everything that I had been through. And then I started creating events, Girl Talk, where we just have this sacred space where we just talk as women, you know, what I've been through, what I'm currently going through, what I've dealt with, but this is how I overcame. And I just love connecting with women because we all have a story and you never know what life you can change or save by telling your story. And I used to be ashamed of telling or talking about my brokenness. And I even told God one day, you know, God, I don't want to write about brokenness anymore. I'm happy. You know, I'm in a good relationship. And God told me it's not about you. It's bigger than you. And I said, okay, you just treated my life. So I'm going to keep writing and telling my story because it's bigger than us. So with Jada Services, Inc., I help women heal from their broken relationships, and I help them, the happy woman, maintain her happily ever after. So I offer life and relationship tips based on, you know, trust, communication, blended families, conflict, and why it's a good thing, you know, being able to handle constructive criticism. So all things life and relationships. And then my fiance and I, we just launched season 3 of More to the Story, the podcast, which is More Love with Lawrence. And we talk about just relationships, how we got together, what's important for us or what's important in healthy relationships, as well as like our last episode talked about us becoming first-time home buyers. So that was a huge accomplishment for us. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. You know, I have the book, I have Jada Services Inc., I have the blog as well as the podcast, and then Billionaire in Progress clothing. We have shirts, we have crew necks, and God just put it on my heart to just keep building, to keep creating. And I have been praying over a slogan or over a apparel line. And 2 weeks before I finally decided to launch the clothing line, the list that I had of names, I deleted it by accident. And everything that I had in my phone for 2 years was gone just like that. But this was never on the list. God gave me this. So when I started the clothing line, it was the weekend of Black Friday. So I didn't go out shopping. I didn't buy, you know, any clothes. I invested in myself and I started the clothing line. And I started my clothing line with $137. And I said, God, this is what's in my business account. I'm not dipping over into my personal account. I just pray for wisdom and you help me while I'm in the stores. And God told me, don't worry about the money. So I went out and I bought the shirts and the crew necks and I launched. 2 days later, I sold out within 2 hours and God returned everything to me 7 times what I invested in the business. So I just say that to encourage someone who's watching, who's listening. Your dreams and your vision may not match your bank account, but you just trust God and start with what you have. I know that was a mouthful, so I'm turning it back over to you, Jafora.
No, that is amazing. And of course, I have my Billionaire in Progress t-shirt. Because for me, I love supporting. I love giving back. I love encouraging and everything what that looks like. I'm so proud of Jada. Jada, of course, was one of my clients, and she was absolutely amazing. She came with her pen and paper, writing, ready to go. She executed everything that I said for her that she would need to do and doing, and she made it happen. And I am just so proud of Jada. I'm so excited for Jada and what she's doing and is going to do. This is just the tip of the iceberg of the amazing things that God has for Jada. I remember the story of us, she talking about, I want to get a house and the lease and all. We talked about that, and it's like, go for it.
It happened in months. It happened so fast. Remember, I called you and I was like, I'm just gonna wait. I'm a little discouraged. And you just told me to keep going. And even as your client, you told me stay ready. No matter what, stay ready. And we made it happen. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And I wanted to ask Jada, what motivates you as a personal development coach?
Yeah, great question. Well, I have been on both ends of the spectrum. So I've been on the brokenness and I've experienced the wholeness. And now I know what love is supposed to look like. Now I know that you can be loved the right way the first time, not the second time, not the third time. You don't have to keep giving these chances over and over. You deserve to be loved the right way the first time. So, just thinking of everything that I've been through is so important to me to share my story, to say, sis, you do not have to deal with that. You deserve better. It is so important to me to encourage women to know who they are first before getting into a relationship. And we just learned so much, within our relationship. We've been best friends. We were best friends before we actually committed. We were best friends for 3 years. And the latest blog post, actually, I wrote this past Monday, I talked about praying for what you need in a relationship and not what you want. And when I prayed for my husband, I prayed for, protection, for security. I prayed for peace, for joy, not materialistic things. I didn't pray for a height or a complexion. And I think it's just so important that we understand what you deserve and what you need in a relationship versus what Instagram tells us a healthy relationship looks like or what goals are. We always say we are our own goals. We don't look to, other couples or other relationships. So it's so important for me to just continue to tell my story and make sure that God gets the glory, because I am where I am because I seeked him first. And I just think it's so important to, share that and connect with other women because, like I said, we all have a story, and it's important to show you can overcome the brokenness. So I'm very passionate about that.
Yes, that is so exciting. And I am so, again, super, super, super excited for you. I am loving every bit of it. And we're going to, again, take the time. So a question, you are so welcome, Sister Kehinde. Definitely do that. And then hello to my beautiful cousin. Thank you so much for joining and watching. And I would ask you all that are here, if you would please share, like, and tag others in this Facebook Live. This is some amazing information that you want to make sure that others are able to hear and be a part of. So just share. It doesn't take much to share. Just click on that share button and let everyone know that they can come, or tag your friends, tag everybody, and let them know the Jafora Fox show is on. And God bless you. And I do thank each and every one of you all for taking out your time to be a part. And so thank you so much, Sister Jesus. I love you so much. God bless you. And thank you again. And hello, my dear sister, First Lady Walker. God bless you. I love you all. Thank you all, to each and every one of you all for tuning in and being here. I see you all are coming in. Say hello. Let the guests know that you are here to support them and support their business, because this is what this platform is about. It's about to give you some amazing information. It's free. It's great information. is great information. This is some valuable stuff to help you with your business, with your credit, with your personal life, and all of the things of the guests that are going to be coming on and that have been on will be providing you with some great information. And so you want to share that information. We have to move from the place of wanting to keep things to ourselves. Share it. Let people know, because one thing about shining is that no one can dim your light. It's never going to happen. So you don't have to worry about that. So sharing and telling others information, it won't take anything away from you, because what God has for you is for you. And what God said to me, and I'm going to share this with you, is that no matter who is doing what, just be effective in what God has called for you to do. He's assigned everybody to you. It's like a billion people in this world. You couldn't service everybody if you wanted to. So why not share the wealth? Why not give it to and help somebody else? We have to begin to lift each other up. We have to begin to encourage. We have to begin to show more love and kindness towards each other. And that is going to help you and get you where you really want to go and be. And so I'm going to go back and say hello to some of our viewers that are watching. Hello. Thank you again, Sister Walker. Hi, my cousin Gussie. Thank you. She's watching from YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yes, my beautiful cousin, thank you so much. I love you too as well. And yes, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Yes, Carlin, God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you all. I love you all so very much. And I am so appreciative to everyone who tunes in to watch, to you share, if you have. And one of the greatest things about sharing and doing, of course, it uplifts and it helps and it's very encouraging. But one thing also that God, he continues to share with me, and my husband said to me from the beginning, he said, Jafora, it doesn't matter if not one person watch you, share alike. God has set you on the path and where you're going. So don't be discouraged. And I'm saying that to others because when you do a business, it can sometimes feel some kind of way, but it's okay. I'm here to let you know that it is okay, because God will put your name on the heart and mind of people that need to have it. So don't worry about what that looks like. It is absolutely okay. So again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for tagging and tuning in. I appreciate it greatly. God said, Jafora, just do your part. Just click that button that says go live and you do what I've told you to do. And so I'm excited. So Jada, our last question for you. What some of the suggestions or advice that you would give to others about starting their business?
You just said some really great things, just focusing on what God told you to do. Like you said, it can get, it can be quiet, you can get a little discouraged, but you really have to put the work in. I would say to do your research. I would say surround yourself around like-minded people. I would also say networking, a lot of things that I've been doing, I didn't know how to do it. I just started reaching out to people. Hey, can I pick your brain? I'm interested in doing this. Hey, do you know where I can get this from? Like, it costs nothing to just reach out to people and say, hey, this is what I'm interested in doing. I was hoping that you could help me out. So really just networking with people, being around like-minded people, as well as people that you are inspired by. You have to check your circle. Who's motivating you? Who's encouraging you? Who do you look up to? Who is telling you dream bigger, go harder? You need those voices and that encouragement. I would also say just to make sure you're praying about everything. Before I start anything, I always pray and just ask God for clarity, for direction, and just making sure I keep him in the foundation of everything. I'm always writing at least once or twice a week, just, hey, God, thank you for doing this week. Sometimes we can be so busy in life and just going and going that we haven't realized God has answered our prayers more than 5 times this week. So it's important to just take the time to say, thank you for blessing my business. Thank you for bringing me this client. Thank you for this order today for Billionaire in Progress. So just remaining humble and thankful, keeping God first. And, just putting yourself out there, showing up consistently every single day. No matter if nobody likes it, no matter if they don't comment or they don't share it, you do your part, show up every single day. Somebody's going to see it. They might get tired of you and unfollow, or they going to let me support her. She's been on my timeline for a long time. Let me go to her website. So just keep showing up and stay in their face, show up every day and just give 100% every single day.
Absolutely. Amazing, amazing. And yes, you keep showing up, you keep shining, you keep winning, you keep making a difference, because you have a village of like-minded people. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering for you, so I'm so excited and I'm so proud of you. And I love you dearly. So Jada, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to say hello to some others. Hello. Thank you so much, Katrina, for tuning in. God bless you. Thank you. As well. Hi, thank you so much. God bless you, Sister Mildred. Thank you. Love you. Hello. And here is the man, Deacon Derek Fox. That's the man.
Hey, Mr. Fox.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Yes, that is Deacon Fox. Thank you so much, hubby. Deacon Fox, my best friend, for joining in and being a part of the Jafora Fox show. Thank you. And God bless you too, Carlin. Oh, thank you so much. You are beautiful as well. Thank you. And so, Sister Jenkins, Deacon Fox is saying hello to you. God bless you. And so Carlin is saying great advice. Jada, and let's see here. Oh, Derek's co-worker. Thank you so much, Robert Clark from UPS, who's joining in. Derek's co-worker. Thank you. And another co-worker. Hey, my beanie sugar. Hey. I love you. Another one of Derek's co-workers. Thank you all so much for supporting me. I love you all dearly, and I'm so greatly appreciative, of your support. And so we're going to move on again. Make sure that you like, share, and tag others in the Facebook Live. Thank you. And I do appreciate each and every one of you all. God bless you. You can't do it by ourselves. And the encouragement, the support, it is a wonderful thing. And I am so appreciative of it. So yes, nothing but love. Thank you so much. Love is the greatest of all. Love is the greatest of all. The Bible said, loving kindness have I drawn thee. So we want to make sure we stay loving and kind. Yes, Team Fox. Thank you so much, Carlin, my friend. I appreciate you and I love you. And so thank you so much to Sister Madlock. Thank you. God bless you all, my wonderful Calvary family, Calvary Baptist Church in Chicago. Shout out Dr. James R. Flint Jr. and the beautiful First Lady Flint. So shout out to my Calvary family, my pastor and First Lady. So yes. Thank you, Carlin. And another comment. Yes. Appreciate those encouraging words. So thank you, First Lady Walker, as well. They pastored our church down in the ATL Flames. So my ATL friends, and Carlin is from the ATL. So my ATL friends are showing up. So thank you all so much. I greatly appreciate it. And so I'm going to go and just give you just a few more business tips before I bring on the next guest. And let's see here. Let's see. So I was talking about the building of the Paydex score, and I told you about the foundation from the beginning and what that looks like. So with this part, because once you get your DUNS number, just to give you just a little overview about the Paydex score. It is that number that comes from Dun & Bradstreet, because I talked about this on last week. And remember, you can go to their website. The number is free, and they are going to try to sell you some things. But I've already told you, do not purchase those things. You don't need that. And so I've already told you, you don't need that to purchase. You don't need to purchase anything to get this DUNS number. So it's per to DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet, that Paydex score. Kind of talked about this with you last week, so I just kind of wanted to refresh you about that Paydex score. The ideal score is 80 to 100. And so while it's tremendously helpful to understand all the different reports Dun & Bradstreet can generate for your business, when it comes to getting funding, you need to know how to build that Paydex score. Will it take years like it does to build a personal credit score? No, it won't. Will it happen overnight? That's a resounding no as well. So it does take some time for you to build that score. One of the things that I tell my clients and people is follow instructions. I'm not reinventing the wheel. The information has been done. It's nothing new, but you have to follow the steps. You have to follow what it is that is given to you so that you can make sure and know that what may work for someone else, it may not work for you, but it will work. And so you might have to go another route, but you're still going to get to the place that you need to get to with doing this. So if you follow the instructions and do what's said to be done, then you will be able to generate that Paydex score. So it also will not happen on its own, which means you cannot passively do business and expect to build a Paydex score fast. You must take an intentional, see, I highlighted that word, intentional steps towards building your business credit score. It's a process, and it starts with how your business is set up. That's why I went to the foundation first, because I don't want you to run out here with, I want to get a score, and your foundation is not set. In everything, you have to set the foundation. And some of these steps may be already done, and you need to make sure all the steps are done before starting to apply for business credit. So when you're ready for that part of your business, then get started. And some of the things you can do simultaneously, but get the foundation set first. Set the foundation. Anytime, in building a house, they set the foundation first. It's the same way. Set the foundation first of building and setting up your business. Some of them, however, may not seem necessary at the time. And so that's when you have a conversation with someone like myself, give you a free consultation. We can talk about it, put a strategy and a plan together that's going to work for you and your business. And so when it comes to building Paydex scores, however, they are absolutely necessary. It's necessary to build what this looks like. So regardless of where you are in life, in the life of your business, it's never too late to take the steps necessary to build the Paydex score fast. So I wanted to just share that information with you. And now we are going to get started with my next guest, which is Flame Newton. And I'm going to tell you all, Flame be on like 20,000. His energy has always been so amazing. And, as Jada has talked about, this is about networking, and I met Flame through another person. Shout out to the Queen, Shadretta. Thank you so much, because networking is key. It's key to be around like-minded people who don't mind helping and sharing and giving you information. And Flame is one of those. He is helpful. He loves to help his people. He loves to help people, period. And that's truly what I love about the heart of Flame is he wants to help you. He wants to see you do great and do some great things. And so Flame, as I said, is the CEO and owner of the School of Credit, Access to Money, the Real ATM. And Flame is nationally recognized as America's #1 credit educator. Flame has firsthand knowledge of the inner workings of banks, collection agencies, credit bureaus, mortgage companies, and any other institution that deals with credit. Listen, this is some top-notch stuff here. He is also an expert in law as it is interpreted by the Federal Trade Commission, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, and the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Flame is the author, you all, of the School of Credit, Learn and Master the 12 Steps of the American Credit System. Y'all, you know I have it. I have it.
I love it.
Right here. Flame has an amazing story. Flame, and he can talk about this, but one of the other nuggets about Flame is Flame, his granny. Flame posts about granny and them skins that she liked, but that is his heart. So that will tell you the type of man that Flame is. He loves his family. He loves his granny. He doesn't mind sharing, and he's so appreciative of what others are doing. And so definitely as they say at church, without further ado, I am going to introduce. I'm going to bring on my next guest, Flame Newton. Thank you so much, Flame, for being here.
I mean, first I want to tell you thank you. I appreciate you bringing me on to your show. I'm very appreciative and humble about this experience for being here with you. Let you know that up front.
Well, thank you, Flame. So tell us about your journey and how you got into credit.
Wow. Man.
Tell it.
First off, before I even utter any other words, I have to let everyone on here know, in any platform that I ever get on here, is that I'm all remorseful and as all get up to anything that has ever occurred prior to me taking that path towards credit and getting down that path, right? And to any victim I've ever accomplished with, I also want to make sure I apologize to them as well on any platform that I'm on. I took an unusual route to credit. I didn't have that route where you went to Harvard, Yale, or Brown and ended up getting a business degree or financial degree and coming out with some type of credit expertise. Or I don't have that story neither pertaining to credit. Well, I had bad credit and I ended up fixing up my credit and fixing up people around me credit, and that became a credit guru on that end. I didn't have that neither. Actually, I'm going to say some things on here. Actually, I was the scum of the earth. Right? I'm the person that you should hate. If you're looking to hate somebody, don't look no further than looking at me. Right? I'm the guy that stole identities. I stole identities for a living. Just like how you get up and you go to work every day and you gas your car up. I did the same thing. But I'm stealing identities every single day. And with that being said, I'm much worse than a robber or a murderer. And I always say that. It's because what I did was I killed people and I robbed them while they were still living. You know, I have to say that, and it hurts me every time I have to say that. But along through life, you got different things that happen. Well, one of those things was I did something that the government said they never seen, heard, or even done before. Now, what is that? Flame, I heard of people doing something. What did you do? Well, I stole identities, as I was saying earlier. But the reason that the government said they never seen or heard it before was the mere fact that I stole only people with bad credit. And I fixed up their credit just to use and abuse it. And then give it back to them in a better state. I mean, no matter what state it was in, what I did was awful. And it led me down some different paths. I was a Y kid. If you've ever met a Y kid, right, you probably are the Y kid. And if you're not the Y kid, maybe your sibling or maybe your children are. We all know that Y kid. And what is a Y kid? A Y kid always asks the question, why? After every single thing. The reason is they're trying to find out what the root of the problem is. Similar to me. When I got into this credit game, I was always trying to figure out what the root. So you can go get something with no money and they'll give you something. And it was all based upon a score. How was that score calculated? And where did it come from? I wired it to sleep. I mean, even from me sitting inside of banks, and I would sit inside of banks. And when I was sitting inside of these banks, I understood that from all my life, it was always taught that the banker was the man. But when it was a decision that was made in the bank, the banker always had to call another man. And so that got me intrigued about who is that other man? And finding out that other man had a name, and his name was underwriter. But you can't see underwriter. Underwriter is not being exposed. So I went deeper than that. How do you find out where underwriters are? Where do they live and what do they do? So as I got deeper, I found out they had these things called underwriting conferences and conventions and workshops and seminars. They're held in different places. So what I would do was I would go to these places. I couldn't afford it because these things are very expensive. $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Couldn't afford it. I would just go there And what I understood was that the people that was checking credentials were the people that were making anywhere between $10 and $20 an hour. And if I knew that if I got in contact with them and I can pay them their salary for the week at one time, they would let me right in. And that's what I would do. I would go in. And I was in the middle of these underwriting conferences, and what happened was I would find out who was speaking. Don't forget what I did for a living. I stole identities. I stole theirs too. So when I stole their identities, it went a little deeper. I just wanted to know a little bit about them, to a point to the fact that when I learned a little bit more about them, when I came in contact with them, if anybody knows about conferences, conventions, workshops, seminars, all the contact is made in the hallway. So if I walk past one of them and I say, hey man, how's Lisa doing? Lisa's his wife. I'm not supposed to know who Lisa is. He's asking, who am I? Lisa's his sister. Who is he? But that integrated started becoming conversation. And I did this building up different credit profiles because I understood the third level was everything. I talked about the first and the second, which was the banker and the underwriter, but the third one was everything. And that was called the underwriting guidelines. And then it sparked to me, Flame, if you can control what they see, that will determine what you get. See, if you notice this line by lines that's on there, and if I'm able to control those lines about what they're able to see on those lines, that would be able to get me where I'm trying to go. So, I took that path, that unusual path towards credit, being able to fix up different people profiles, took it off, being able to maximize it, understanding how to take that profile, build it onto a business profile, ended up going to prison for it, serving my time in prison. But one of the things is when I arrived in prison, this was one of the things that sparked, was the fact that when I'm sitting around the compound, which is a prison outside yard confinement, and the guys would talk. And as I'm talking to them about different ordeals, one thing in particular that they will all say in unison, man, I sure wish they would have taught me credit when I was in school. And then I was sitting around the bunk one day and I'm just chilling. Me and Tommy Woodford, that's my bunkie. And that's a bunkie is a cellmate when you're in an 8x8 square space. And I sat around, I said, I got it. I got it. It's the school of credit. It's the school of credit. That's it. It's a place where you can go and learn about credit, but each grade level teaches something different about credit. Oh, Lord. Then after that point, it was on and popping. And I started running around the yard and people started coming in. And that's how this whole thing, this whole ordeal, being able to try to take a negative situation and being able to pronounce on that and try to bring out the best of the positive of the worst of me that I could possibly get out.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing, amazing. And before I go, we're just gonna say hello. Thank you so much. I'm telling y'all, Flame be on to 10,000, but his heart and everything is great. And I have this book. You guys, you gotta purchase this. This is the information. It's grade level for you to have. You need to have it as well for your children, your grandchildren. You gotta start teaching these things. And this book has everything in it from grade level. So with that, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I appreciate Flame for his honesty, also to let others know that it doesn't matter, how you started. He already told you he's remorseful, did his time, served his time, and he wants to help other people so that they can be great and have great credit and do all those things that they need to do. And it's about education. This book is about you being educated about what this looks like. So someone said, let's see here. Wow. Thank you so much, Pastor Linda. Thank you so much for joining. And here saying, teach brother. Thank you so much, Beanie. That awesome. Thank you. Here someone saying powerful, Flame. Thank you. And thank you so much to my cousin. Thank you. I appreciate you and love you. And here, Flame Newton has been helpful his whole life. Love this guy. That's Ricky. Thank you. So God bless you again, you all. Thank you so much for for tuning in. I just wanted to just say thank you to you all. I wanted to also ask that if you would like, share, and tag others in this Facebook Live so you can get this information so you'll know later where to purchase the book and all of that. And so my husband said, Deacon Fox, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. So Flame, I'm going to here. Let's see. Thanks, Flame. We needed that. Interesting. So thank you so much, Sister Mildred. God bless you. And so the next question is the Flame is just wanting to let the people know what is the first steps to do for bad credit.
It's gonna hurt your heart when I say this. Simple answer. It's gonna hurt your heart. First thing that you gotta do is you're gonna pull your credit. But when I tell people is you're gonna do something like this. You're gonna pull your credit and you're gonna go to a place where there's no one else is at. That may be a bathroom, maybe a bedroom, maybe your entire house, but it's only where you are at. And you got to take a look at your own credit report so you can see what everybody else sees when you walk in places trying to apply for something.
Yeah.
So that's the first step that I always tell people is to make sure that you not just pull your credit report. Now, that's not it. Pull it by yourself. Because no matter how long that you pull your hair, and no matter how good you line your head up, my guy, that credit report, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real you.
Can I ask a quick question, Jafora?
Yes.
Flame, where do you recommend we pull our report from? You know, a lot of people say My FICO is probably the best website to get the most accurate credit report and score. What would you recommend?
Well, I like that question. That's a great one, to be honest. And for the people that's on here, that's a great question that she just asked. Where to? So understanding what you're trying to get, you're trying to get a FICO score. I just know one thing, that if I have a problem with Jafora, if I have a question for Jafora, and I have Jafora, I have her number, you know who I'm going to call?
Jafora.
I'm calling Jafora. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call a cousin. I'm not going to call an uncle. I got a number. I can call her directly. So the same thing with scores. If you got something with your scores, I always tell people that 95 to 97% of all lending institutions uses FICO. I'm a big, heavy guy on FICO. I love FICO to death. Everything about FICO I love. That's where you go to. You know, FICO, My FICO. That's the best place to go.
So y'all hear that with that question, you need to pull your credit report, go to My FICO to get that information. So Jada, thank you so much for that question as well. And each of you, anytime you're watching the show, if you have a question, put it in the comments. We'll make sure that at this time, if you can get it answered here, that, you know, we'll get back with you with an answer to your question. So before we go to the next one, let's see, says, Flame, that was interesting. Thanks, Flame. Great information, much well needed to live better. Thank you so much, Glenda. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining. Also, Deacon Fox said, Jada. Yes. And enjoyed. Proud of you, Jada. So yes, that is awesome, awesome. And so one of the other things that I would ask, okay, here's a question here is asking, what's your thoughts on Credit Karma?
Great question, right? Understand this, that Credit Karma has made over $600 million. They're a free credit site. Free. They profited over 600 million. How's that? Because if you go on Credit Karma, what happens is Credit Karma shows you a score, which is called Vantage Score. Vantage Score is on the other end. Don't forget, 97% of all lending institutions uses FICO. So that makes about 2% is using, 2 to 3% is actually using Vantage Score. But they're showing you a Vantage Score. So when you go to the Credit Karma site, they're showing you something, because don't forget, before you go in there, they ask you, what are you looking at your score for? Right? And so if you're telling them, saying, hey, I'm looking for an automobile, well, I'm looking for a personal loan, right? What happens is after your score appears, and you'll see that 700, you'll see that 700 credit score, and then they will tell you a list of places to where that may approve you. So what you do is you go in there, and what you're going to do is you're going to apply for those, because you're thinking that that's your score, but your actual credit score from FICO may happen to be a 676, which is 24 points off, which under their eyes may not get you approved. So when you get into those situations, they're in a marketing category, so they get paid by clicks. So if a marketing guy is selling a product, whether it's a automobile loan or whatever, Ally Financial, whoever it is, right? They trying to get you to click on that button to show that advertisement that people are clicking. And it's a law of numbers. The more people that click on it, the more people that's going to go to that site and get something from them. So that's the point of thing. So my thing is pertaining to Credit Karma. I think Credit Karma does some great things by giving you some information, but pertaining to go off of that information and use it to your advantage, I don't think so. I think that by going to MyFICO, my whole thing now is making sure that you get the complete, accurate, and most factual information that you can possibly have. And by going to MyFICO, that's what you get. Going to Credit Karma will give you a false sense of urgency. Is that where you at?
Awesome. Great question. So if you all have any more questions, make sure you put them in the chat. And so finally, I would ask you, Flame, okay, and that's fine, just the next question, what can someone do to raise their credit score?
And that's a variations of different things. So it depends, everything's dependent on age, right? If you're a younger person, if you're between 20 to 25, I guess you're going to stack you some authorized users. Now, what are authorized users and what does that mean? The slang word for it is called piggybacking. That means you're riding the coattail of someone else, right? But when you're just getting in credit, 18, 19, 20, 21, that works well for you, right? That means you can get attached yourself to a parent or to a sibling or to someone of that nature. Now, how that piggybacking and it all works? So, for example, if my brother, right, if I'm 19, 20 years old and my brother, right, he is my brother who's 19, 20 years, I said it wrong, right? If he has, he's just now starting in the credit and my credit is superb, I will attach him to one of my trade lines, which is a lender that gives you a product or service that reports to the credit bureau, which could be like your credit card or something. I will attach him to that and add him as an authorized user. But this is a key component to adding as an authorized user. Pay close attention. What you're going to do with that authorized user, so there is I love family. I do. And I know you love yours too. So let's keep our family together. Okay. So what you're going to do is when that card comes in the mail, let that card comes to you. Don't give them that card because you love your family, right? So let them just benefit off the time that they spent from you. And what they're piggybacking off of it for is just to have enough details so they can get out on their own 2 feet and get their own card. So it may take 2, 3 cards. If you're an older person, you may want to do one of those. It may 1 or 2 of those, and that's it, right? You don't want to stack those. What you want to do is get this other thing called a secured card. Secured card, you want to get it from authoritative bank. Now, what is authoritative bank? Authoritative bank is what I call strong banks. Now, let me give you a list of them so you can have them. Strong banks are considered stuff as Capital One. They're strong banks, right? Stuff such as Citi, strong banks. What about a U.S. bank? Correct. Even Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America. Those are your big dogs. Because what you want to do is you want to have more strength on your credit profile. See, I'm not a credit score guy, like pertaining to raising your score and lowering your score. And I don't want you to be neither. And I'm telling you, I came down that path. Do not be a credit score guy or credit score lady. Please do not be. I want you to have more emphasis on making sure that you have a stronger profile. A stronger looking profile means that you have the right type of trade lines on your profile, right? Meaning that everything is a little thick, meaning that you got quality banks on there. Like I was listening to a girl tell me today when I was in Clubhouse, another social media app, and she was very excited. And I was excited for her too, because she said she's finally gotten approved for a credit card. And I asked her, what bank was it from? And she told me, she said, First Premier. But when she told me First Premier, only thing that can happen for me at that point was for my heart to drop and my head to lift up, because I knew I have to redirect her. Because don't forget when I told you about this, when we talked earlier, one of the things is that I want y'all to have a complete understanding is the underwriter. See, when you're starting to try to go get some money, I'm talking about some real authentic money. I'm talking about some real cash. I'm talking about that swinger. I'm talking about, as they call it now, they call it the bag. When you're going to go get the bag, right? They want to see, these underwriters want to see the quality of the content that you have on a credit profile. Now, as far as if you're trying to go over here and go get a Victoria's Secret card, okay, cool. We give you $10,000. I mean, we give you a $1,500 to go get you some panties and bras, right? But when you start to turn up a little bit, right? I talk like that, just have fun, right?
You have fun, do you?
Right.
When you turn up a little bit, I'm talking about turn up, like that other turn up, like it's a different level of turn up. I'm talking about that all the way turn up. I'm talking about that trying to get your family out of poverty turn up. I'm talking about trying to change generational wealth turn up. I'm talking about that real turn up. I'm talking about making sure that these houses and they're not coming in our neighborhood taking over our property. That type turn up. When you get in that type turn up, they want the quality of the content that's on your profile. So that's what I'm saying from the beginning. There's so many different illustrations that have to be confronted first in order for you to get this. You're talking to a person, and I said this on the highest level in these stages, right? I've been in more banks. I sat in more banks in front of more bankers than probably just about anybody that you've seen in this country, right? Because you got to understand, this is an everyday job. I'm sitting in front of a banker. And when I'm in that front of that banker, today I'm James Smith, tomorrow I'm Todd Raleigh. Next week, you know what I'm saying? Like I've sat in front of a banker and I was Lisa Stallings. What do you mean, you're Lisa? You can't tell me what type of gender I am by my name, right? And I'm looking for that. And I will say that because at that point, I put the person behind them on edge. Don't nobody want to be discriminated against. And when they felt that type of pressure, they would begin to kind of slow up on that. So I'm talking to you. I'm only telling you about things that either I done, or I'm currently doing with the client now. So I just wanted to make sure that was up front. So it ain't just some old YouTube, Google type talk. Like this is real deal stuff. So when I'm telling you to make sure that you got those quality of the content of that profile, that is everything. Everything in your life. It's more important to pay your bills on time than it is to eat on time. Oh, don't say that, Frank. I don't want to hear that.
Hey, it is more important to pay your bills on time, you know, than to eat on time, probably get some weave and all that other stuff. You know, his point is just trying to redirect your mindset so that you can be setting up some things for, you know, generational wealth and just for yourself. And so we can get out of this cycle of this mindset, this poverty mind of doing and having things and really don't have anything, you know. And so, yes, go ahead. Yes.
One thing, and this is something I want to bring everybody, like if you're away from your thing, I want you to come closer. Like just come closer. I might tell you a secret. Y'all doing y'all bills? You know how y'all do y'all bills? And y'all say, hey kids, get upstairs. I'm down here doing bills. Nah, we're not gonna do that no more. We're not doing that no more. We're gonna stop that. What we're gonna do now is say, hey, kids, come downstairs. I'm doing bills. Let me show you what's going on. Right? Because now when you see that mommy brought home $3,000 this month, but mommy is spending $2,600 this month. Mommy's only got $400 for this month. And that PlayStation 5 that may cost $500, that kid knows that they can't ask for that. See what I'm saying? They know that they got to work hard because they don't want to see mommy in that situation no more. See what I'm saying? So these are the type of things that I'm saying that needs to be gravitated to come. Because if we're going to turn up, we got to turn up. It's the Jafora Fox show. Y'all don't hear me. Yeah. Stay quiet with the
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love every ounce of it. Listen, y'all, we turned it up on the Jafora Fox show. You know what I'm saying? But that was some great information that Flame just said about teaching your children about what's going on and what you have and what you don't have. That is so important. So make sure y'all take note of what that looks like. So here was a comment here. Thank you. Makes sense, Flame. LOL. Thank you so much. Great teaching. Hey, Tawanda Boo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love you. So glad. I know Flame is hilarious. So we have a question here. But it's a long question. It's talking about, and we'll just read the question and Glenda will get back with you. So how do I start to repair my credit? I allowed a family member to use 2 of my cards and now I have poor credit. They ran them up and stopped paying. So now I'm paying the cost. I put 2 vehicles in my name to help my kids and they got repossessed. and that's on my credit. So I am paying hard. So Glenda will definitely get with you, get with Flame, and we'll get that question answered for you. And so definitely, so I said, love his realness. Definitely, Flame is real, very informative. Thank you, sir. Flame is a good guy, and he definitely wants to help. So here, great knowledge. Also, turn Mr. Newton, great information. Turn up, Mr. Newton.
Right, turn up.
Yeah. So love it, love it, love it, you all. And thank you so much to Flame. So what I'm saying, and I'm going to go back as well with Jada, is that for Flame's book, look, the School of Credit. Listen, when you go to my YouTube channel, so if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, or if you already have, send me an email with a screenshot showing that you have subscribed to the Jafora Fox Show on YouTube. And I am going to draw to give away 2 ebooks for Flames, the School of Credit, because I want you to as well to be great. I want to invest in you, and I want to invest in Flame and his business. So make sure you go. Oh, thank you, Jada. Make sure you go to YouTube. You need any help with directing on how to do that, feel free to reach out and let me know. Also, where is it? I just had it. Jada's books. Oh, there we go. Here, Jada's book.
Yeah.
You go to YouTube. Also, when you do that, I'm gonna put you in the drawing. I'm gonna give away 2 books of Jada's Brokenness That Made Me Whole. Okay, so I want to invest in Jada as well as invest in you. It's not something you can give it to someone else. If this is not for you, give it, share. Remember, we talked about sharing with one another. Also, investing in others. Give, support, buy their product, buy their book, the books, buy whatever someone has. Jada has on her t-shirt. Buy, support. And so this is what the Jafora Fox Show is absolutely all about. It's coming to spotlight entrepreneurs, spotlighting their business. So support them, ask questions, get connected, as we talked about before, with like-minded people. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you don't ask the question, and asking the question to the right person is key also. And so I will definitely direct you to both of them. So I'm going to put up Flame's information. It's coming across the screen, so you will have it and have his information. If you need it, you can always go back to the replay and go right to it, and it's going to be there. Also, here's Jada's information. It's going across the screen too as well. So making sure you have their information. And the Jafora Fox Inc. Schedule a free consultation. It's free. It is free to call and ask a question. Let's talk about it. I don't do credit. And so if it's something that we talk about and you're needing, you're wanting, I'm going to refer you to the people that I know that's going to be able to help you get done what you're trying to get done. That's how we do. We're networking with others. So give me a call, and I'll make sure that it's not something that I can help you with, that I'm going to connect you with the right person that can help you. So my information also is going across the screen. Remember to share, like, tag others in this Facebook Live. And so stay tuned for next week, because I am on every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Mark your calendars. So I just wanted to highlight my guest for next week. It's going to be upcoming guest attorney Grace Corey Eric. She is an attorney and has a concentration of her practice in the areas of immigration and real estate law. And that's a guest for next week. And also we'll have the guest for next week will be upcoming guest Perry K. Jeffries III, CEO and owner of Diamond Equity Advisors, LLC. Perry is known as the entrepreneur CFO. So these are people that you want to hear this information, that's taking out the time to come and be on the Jafora Fox Show. Every business is something valuable, something you can use, but it's about supporting one another. We want to support each other. So stay tuned next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I want to thank Flame and Jada so much for being a part of the Jafora Fox show. You all, I'm absolutely honored to every guest that submits a submission to their registration to be a part. I am so honored and I'm so excited about all of my guests. All of my guests, Jada and Flame, thank you all so very, very much for your information, for taking out your time. You all just got some valuable free information, some great advice on some things. So make sure you share this information with others so that they can have this information. If it's not something you need, and that's great if you don't, but share it. Share the information. I know that you know somebody who needs help with their credit. I know you know somebody who needs some personal development, coaching, and the things that Jada is doing, purchasing a t-shirt that she has, something. Buy it for somebody as a gift. You know, we can support each other. We just want to make sure that we do a better job in what that looks like. So again, thank you all so much, so much, so much. I'm just wanting to make sure that I go with the comments here. So thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome, Beanie. Thank you. Thank you. The guests are amazing. They are amazing. Thank you, Jada. Stay on the wall, Jada. Don't hear. Great job, Jada. Turn up, Flame. Both you got their
You got my grandmother's attention.
My grandmother's attention. Thank you so much, First Lady Walker. Thank you, great show. Thank you. And thank you. I need to get those books. Absolutely. Amazon. You can purchase the book as well on Amazon. Yep. And Jada, where can they get your book? So you can go to his website as well as go to Amazon.
Yep, Jada. My book as well, my website or Amazon.
So website and Amazon. Come on, let's get these books. So glad you caught the show. I'm so glad you caught it too as well. Thank you so much, Carlin. And thank you so much, Mother Jenkins. I love you, love you. Thank you, thank you. God bless. And also thank you, Sister Kende, for joining in. Thank you. I appreciate you all. And I love you all greatly. And so this will close out the Jafora Fox show. And as always, I have to shout out to my baby boy. He did my Jafora Fox theme song. So God bless you. God bless you. Because I am Jafora Fox, your host. Okay? Jafora Fox. That would be me. So God bless you. I love you all.
Jafora Fox, let's talk business. And let's turn it up a notch. It's your time to shine with Jafora Fox. It's all coming together. Just keep your eyes on God and tune in and let's talk with Jafora Fox. Hey, Jafora Fox. Jafora Fox.
So again, God bless you. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. I love you and thank you so very much. Good night. Good night. God bless you.